Hello, this is Annalisa from Faith's Dream Create, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. I hope you stick around to the end. This is also a hop with crafty YouTube collaborations. This is the Sun, Sand, and Santa hop, and I will tell you a little bit more as we go along. I'll be using this stamp set from Pink and Maine. It is one of their newer releases, and it is called Beachy Christmas, and I'm just going to go ahead and ink up a ton of the images from this set with my stamping platform and some Memento Tuxedo black ink so that I can do some Spectrum Noir coloring. I really love this stamp set, and when I found out about this hop, Sun, Sand, and Santa, I knew that this was the perfect set for this collaboration because it is definitely a beach theme and the Santa theme. I love these kind of stamp sets. I think it is so fun to create Santa at the beach. I love to do these kind of cards and projects, definitely for Christmas in July, and my kids always ask after Christmas, where does Santa go after Christmas? Does he stay at the North Pole? I'm like, no, Santa goes to the beach to have a vacation. So these images remind me of that fun festive thing. I tell my children to keep them at bay and to have fun with them. And they think it's really fun. They're like, yeah, Santa deserves a break after Christmas. He works hard. All right, so everything is inked up, and now I'm going to go ahead and color it with the Spectrum Noir markers. And as I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead and tell you more about this hop. So things are starting to warm up down in the Southern Hemisphere. So we are sharing creations that are full of holiday cheer for the upcoming season. We hope you find each project as festive as the next. At the top of the description box, you will find the link to the next person in the lineup. And we hope you take time to watch all the videos because we love your comments and your thumbs up. If you aren't already a subscriber, we would love for you to join our channels and subscribe and be a part of this crafty YouTube world where we share what we love to do with you, and hit that notification bell so you know when we're going to upload next. And you can also find this hop at hashtag Sun, Sand, and Santa. So that's going to bring you a list of all of the videos in this hop. So you can find it at the next person in the description box or with the hashtag Sun, Sand, Santa. So two options for you to hop along with us and get some holiday cheer with a beach theme. I'm pretty excited to watch these videos as well. Like I said, I love this theme, so I'm excited to hop along. Now, I did go ahead and include this footage. There is a lot of coloring, but I wanted to go ahead and include it because why not? And I was not sure if I was going to use all of these images, but I just love them all. So I had to color them. And in my head, I had this elaborate card. It didn't turn out exactly like I wanted it, but it turned out good. And I actually split it up into two projects. You're going to see that. And I do not end up using this Santa in his shorts, but I thought it was really funny when I was putting the graphic for the Sun, Sand, and Santa collaboration. That guy pretty much matches the guy in the front. So I think it would have been really fun to use him, but I'm going to put him off to the side and hopefully use that Santa in a upcoming project or something for Christmas in July perhaps. There was just so many images and I colored them all and I couldn't fit them all. So just coloring these guys up. So many great images. You have the palm tree, and I end up coloring two, as you can see, because I had this image in my head to do two palm trees on the card, which you will see. And I just love this Santa in a reindeer floaty. Like, yeah, Santa being stylish at the beach. And the crab with a present, and the flamingo with the wreath around their neck. Super festive. My sons really liked the flamingo. And then, okay, there is a snowman that is made of sand, and then a van with presents. They just took this stamp set and like top notch. The journey to the beach, the party at the beach. I just did not know where to go. How do you do this? You can make like so many cards with this stamp set. So I'm excited to pull this out more than once. What is your favorite thing about Christmas? Let me know in the comments below. Just because, let's start a conversation. So once all the coloring is done, I am going to go ahead and create the scene. I am going to be creating a slimline card, and then at the end, I'm going to be creating the panel for another card that is like a smaller standard size card. And then because I was waiting for the pops of color on that card to dry, I didn't get the card base done in time to include that in the video, but it's pretty straightforward and standard, but you're going to see the whole process. So stay tuned, stay tuned and stay with me. So the coloring is going to be done here in a quick second. And we are getting this party to keep going. So I'm going to be pulling out my big shot for this next part in the scene when I start creating the scene. And I'm using this older embossing folder called Swiss Dots, and here is my big shot, and I'm going to run this through on some paper, and then I'm going to use the same color that I used for the sand snowman. I'm going to color the embossed paper up after I cut it to like a sand slope. I'm going to match that so that the snowman, the sand snowman, and my beach front all line up. So it's just playing around with how I want these images so that I can go ahead and cut down the sand. So I did that, and now I'm going to ink up the background, add some sky in, leave some space for some water, and add some distressed background look to create that fun scene. This is probably my favorite part after coloring. Just putting it all together and making a scene on the card. And then here I am, like I said, adding the sand color to match the little sand snowman. So I color both of these sand banks, and then I will be able to go ahead and get this beach scene going. Yeah, let's go. Just adding in some more of the sky, and then I'm going to start adhering everything, getting everything into place, and creating my scene. So for the water, I am using a stencil, and it didn't line up exactly how I wanted it to with like the 3D and the dimension, but I didn't know how to go ahead and fix this. But I think it works out in the end. It still gives you that look you're going for, and I definitely need to work on my perception when it comes to creating scenes, but I don't usually create scenes like this. But it's one thing to think about, but you still get that beach vibe, and I still think it works. So now I'm just going ahead and adhering the trees and the Santa and the flamingos and the sand snowman. I definitely just should have carried the waves over behind the beach. I'm not really sure how I could have fixed that, but I went with it, and I just flowed with it, and we created a super cute slimline beach card. And then I'm trying to figure out what sentiment I'm going to use. This stamp set has so many fun sentiments, and I end up using warm wishes for the holiday season, but it also has Christmas is better at the beach, he knows when you've been crabby, wishing you a beachy Christmas, and Melagalamaka. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but So for my sentiment, I just used the Simon Says Stamp clear embossing ink, and then I'm using the Simon Says Stamp white embossing powder, and I heat set that, and now I'm cutting it out with the scrapbook.com fussy cutters, fine detail cut scissors. I will have them listed down below in the description box, and I will have all of the supplies that I have used in today's video listed down below in the description box. And so for the next card, I inked this background up. That is the Simon Says Stamp embossing folder. And I always forget what this one is called. I have it listed down below in the description box. And I inked this up off camera for another card that I made, and I didn't end up using it. So I was like, oh, this would be perfect. So I'm just adding some black paper around this. And then I'm going to cut this out to give it a base. And as you saw on the last card, I added some pops of color in gold just on the sand areas, just to give it a little something more, a little sparkle on the sand, the snowman, and the sand underneath the palm tree. So that was a finishing touch on the last card. And I'll have pictures of the cards over on my Instagram. If you want to get a closer look at them, definitely check out down below in the description box. You will find a link to my Instagram account, and you can follow me over there. So just trimming this down, and I'm going to be creating the card panel for a second card because I could not use this van in a card after I colored it up. So then I'm going to pop this up on some foam tape to just add some dimension to this card. And then I'm going to add one more thing, and that's going to finish up the second project for today's video. Well, I'm going to actually add two more things because I'm going to add some sentiments, and then I'm going to add a finishing touch. So getting this foam tape into place, and then I'm picking my sentiments. So I'm using the Mela Galikamika. I don't think I say that right, but that is Merry Christmas in Hawaiian, I believe. Quote me if I'm wrong. I am right. I think I'm right. And then, so using the same method, the Simon Says Stamp embossing ink, and then the Simon Says Stamp white embossing powder. I just love how these sentiments pop up off of the black paper. And then I used the Merry Christmas from a Lawn Fawn set. And once those were heat set, I cut them out with the same scissors from scrapbook.com. I am so used to using bigger scissors to cut out everything, and I recently got these as a freebie over at scrapbook.com, and I'm liking them, but I still want to use my big scissors. So what do you feel? Like, do you like using the small detailed fussy cutting scissors, or do you prefer bigger scissors for fussy cutting? Oh, what is your preference? I am getting used to this, and I might go back and forth. But you definitely get some pretty good results with these little scissors. And then I'm going to glue these sentiments down. And then to add a finishing touch, I'm going to add in some pops of color from scrapbook.com, and I'm going to be using the satin color, so it's like a white cream color. I'm just adding it all over, and then I'm going to flick it to make the dots more flat, and they do kind of run away on me a tiny bit, but I feel like it's because of the texture of the embossing folder, and that is okay. It still looks really cool and finishes it up in a subtle way. I was thinking maybe I could add some blue sequins to this. There is so many different things you could do with this, but I just love how this brings in that Christmassy vibe. It's like snow falling, possibly snowflakes falling in the sky around the Christmas van. So there is the second project to this video, and I will go ahead and add this to a card base. off camera. But thank you so much for watching today's video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. I am getting so close to 1,000 subscribers, and I appreciate every one of you for being here today. And don't forget to check out the link down below in the description box for more inspiration. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.